chance of victory, a story for you and me. Down in the Ardennes forest, German troops did their best. Antwerp is the objective, the Allies may split, it's effective. It all started on December 16, the Allies had the supply lines thin. The army Group B, with Panzer and guns, attacks on surprise due to absence of sun. Last chance of victory, a story for you and me. Down in the Ardennes forest, German troops did their best. It starts well and the Allies retreat, except Bastogne and Elsenborn Ridge. It all stops on Foy Notre Dame, and the 2nd Division is like a dam. The 23rd of December is the date when the Germans are stopped to a gate. Last chance of victory, a story for you and me. Down in the Ardennes forest, German troops did their best. On 26th of December, Patton says go. 3rd Army in Bastogne advances in a row. Now the panzers are in a bulge. 2 counterattacks they do not indulge. Another month of combat and death. On 20 January the front got back. The aftermath is sour. No victory, no honor. For both sides many casualties to tell home at their housewives. Victory, a story for you and me. Down in the Ardennes forest, German and Allied all did their best. Bigger than the British Empire, hunger on fire. Believe it was just tribes. The conquest were like tides. It all starts in the Mongolian steppes. The birth of Genghis Khan is 1162. The omen of a warrior he gets, said he will unite the tribes in decades. Indeed, in 1203, he submits everyone, even me. The British Empire, hunger on fire. Believe it was just tribes. The conquest were like tides. To govern he makes a code. The laws now are easy mode. Genealogy is also written down. For everyone the memory can be bound. All things quiet, time to look outside. An army of cavalry can be a tide. Bow and arrow, a shot with precision, while the horse still runs on decision. Bigger than the British Empire, hunger on fire. Believe it was just tribes. The conquest were like tides. To govern he makes a code. The laws now are easy mode. Genealogy is also written down. For everyone the memory can be bound. All things quiet, time to look outside. An army of cavalry can be a tide. Bow and arrow, a shot with precision, while the horse still runs on decision. Bigger than the British Empire, hunger on fire. Believe it was just tribes. The conquest were like tides. The conquest is quick and brutal. In 1215 China is taken all. Then come Bukhara and Samarkand. The Khan feeling like a gangster. Tragedy struck in 1227. Genghis Khan dies, now we are even. Bigger than the British Empire, hunger on fire. Believe it was just tribes. The conquest were like tides. Death does not stop Kublai Khan, the son of the ferocious man. It takes 9 years and the empire gets bigger. Korea, Iran, Armenia, and we'll get the trigger. Egypt and Japan defend them together they make us stand. The story goes on till the next century, but here I tell you the end of the story. Genghis Khan dies in 1259. The empire starts dissolving, falling in the British Empire. Hunger up fire, believe it was just tribes. The conquests were like tides.
In the year 1066, across the English shore, King Edward died with nowhere trouble was sure. Harold Godwinson took the crown, the nobles said alright, but far away in Normandy, Duke William swore to fight. Oh, arrows flew at Hastings Hill, where Saxon shields stood strong and still. But fate would turn and kings would fall, the Norman Duke would rule them all. Daughter fierce and grim, he landed up at Stamford Bridge, but Harold dealt with him. The Saxons won, but barely so, their men were worn and sore. Then came the news that William's ships had landed on the shore. Oh, arrows flew at Hastings Hill, where Saxon shields stood strong and still. But fate would turn and kings would fall, the Norman Duke would rule them all. From dawn till dusk the ground was stained with red. Then one last arrow walked the sky and struck poor Harold's head. The Saxon lines began to break, their banners torn away, and on that field near Hastings town the Normans won the day. Oh, arrows flew at Hastings Hill, where Saxon song grew faint and still. From England's throne the crown did fall, to William ruler roll them all. So raise a glass to Hastings field and those who fought and died, for England changed forevermore that day by Sussex tide. Norman castles, Norman law would shape the Isle's fate, all from that clash in 66, the turning of the state.
Born in the shadows of old Boston town, an orphan's cry, the rain came down. Taken by strangers, a poet's seed, raised on wealth, but starved by need. A heart for love, a mind for pain, he danced with ghosts inside his brain. Oh, tell me, Raven Black, why does the night not give him back? From love to loss, from grave to pen, he wrote the dreams of broken men. Nevermore he whispered low, the lonely life of Edgar Poe. Virginia's song was sweet and fair, but death came creeping through the air. Her cough, her smile, her fading breath, he found his muse in love and death. Whiskey dreams and candles flame, each verse a prayer, each line is shame. Oh, tell me, Raven Black, why does the night not give him back? From love to loss, from grave to pen, he wrote the dreams No peace, no name, just ink and sorrow, endless flame. Now lovers of shadows speak his rhyme. His heart still beats through haunted time. The bells still toll, the pendulum swings, and through the dark his raven sings. Oh, tell me, Raven Black, why does the night not give him back? He wrote of death, of love's last glow, the eternal dream of Edgar Poe. And my soul from out that shadow shall be lifted nevermore. Famine and disease, no one was at ease. 30-year war, getting rid of Habsburg, row. Central Europe, it's 1618. Catholics and Protestants bicker like peace. The defenestration of Prague is the cause. Catholic officials get thrown out the window. The Protestant rebellion starts with no pause. Against Ferdinand II, they show no bow. Famine and disease. In 1624, Denmark comes in help for Protestants fighting in Italy. All their efforts get thrown in a bin. A treaty is signed, they have no ally. Catholics like Habsburg grew too much. Austria, Bohemia, and one hit them. That is how this was a bunch. Germany is a mess for the bomb. Famine and disease, no one was at ease. 30-year war, getting rid of Habsburg. Famine and disease, no one was at ease. 30-year war, getting rid of Habsburg. Sweden comes with Gustav II, helping Protestants creating bonds, winning many times until Lutzen. In 1634 he dies, poor man. Thrice and fought against the empire, rooting the Spanish, it's all done. Only in 1648, Treaty of Westphalia gave peace weight. 8 million dead in plunder, battles and other blunder. Goodbye, Holy Roman Empire. France is the new attire. Famine and disease, no one was at ease. 30-year war, getting rid of Habsburg. I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was. I don't have to be what you want me to be. In 1942, Louis, Kentucky, born in the struggle. Cassius Clay, just a kid, but his dreams wasn't humble. Joe Mjorn's gym, 12 years old, hands wrapped tight, dancing around the ring, yeah, he knew he'd take flight. On Rome, gold around his neck, light heavyweight king, but they still showed disrespect. Back in the States, they told him, boy, know your place. He tossed that medal in the river, I'll show you great. I ain't draft dodging, I'm standing my ground. They want me to fight for a war, that's insane. Strip my title, take my belt, I don't care. I'm the people's champ, yeah, I'm still right here. Ali Boumaier, the big bad bear. I'm young, I'm pretty, I'm the next millionaire. Knocked him out in Miami, the world stood still. I shook up the world, yeah, he paid the bill. 7-1, Frazier, the fight of the century. Madison Square Garden, the whole world watching, see. Left hook from Joe, sent him to the floor. But Ali came back, I ain't done yet, war. 74, Kinshasa rumble in the jungle. Foreman was a monster, but Ali stayed humble. Rope a dope, let him tire out. 8 rounds in, boom, the king's back now. Parkinson's tried to steal his voice, but the world still hears him. We ain't got a choice. Like the torch in '96, Atlanta's flame. The greatest legacy, yeah, still remain. Even bigger, Ali Boumaier. With the wind died, Ali Boumaier. The crowd go wild. Float like a butterfly, sting like a child. Ali Boumaier. They know the name. Ali Boumaier. The greatest of all time, yeah, he changed the game. Ali Boumaier. Boumaier, Ali Boumaier. Ali Boumaier. Boumaier, go wild. Woo! Even bigger. Even bigger. Yeah, he know the name. Yeah, he changed the game. Ali Boumaier. Boumaier, Ali Boumaier. Ali Boumaier. Boumaier, go out. Float like a butterfly, sting like a child. Ali Boumaier. They know the name. Ali Boumaier.
She was all love and fight, with her husband was tight. Bona Lombardi was a big warrior. So love and battlefield horror. Born in 1417, was a simple and courageous girl. Bruno Rosso, her beauty pristine. Join me, I'm a commander, not a nurse. She fell in love with the big warrior. If you heard him, you'd feel her. From Bona the field, some woman, married and stronger than a poor man. Love and fight, when your husband was tight. Bona Lombardi was a big warrior. So love and battlefield horror. She fought the Danube battle. Wow, Milan had a big debacle, no doubt. Against Venice or Valtellina, they made Vittoria Soprafina. But one day filthy men came in, oh no, and captured Bruno Rosso min. She did not give in and kept fighting, in search of help, even that friends might get in. Fight, when the husband was tight. Bona Lombardi was a big warrior. So love and battlefield horror. After 10 years she set Bruno free. Back to the battlefield, the way to be. Venice the boss, no stop. Defending Negro Ponte, no flop. The Turks came to a hard halt. The two are strong, it's their fault. She died in 1460 happy. In Peloponnesian fighting, no yapping. If you want to honor this warrior woman, go to Cosio Valtellino and ask for her man. And fight, with the husband was tight. Bona Lombardi was a big warrior. So love, better thing as horror.
in the dust, marble dreams in the streets. Guys, Julius, born to rise, born to lead, born in suburb. 80 plus before Christ. Patrician blood, but the struggle was life. Family name old, but the power was gone. Marius his uncle, Sulla moved on. Dictator Hunts had a price on his head. Refused to bow down, almost ended up dead. Fled from Rome, learned war with the blade. Came back sharper than the threats that were made. Veni, vidi, vici, hear the echo in the city. From the farm to the fields, wrote history gritty. Cross lines, they said he couldn't cross. Every crown he wore came with a cost. Climbed the ladder, every office earned. Placed the anti-lail, all the bridges burned. Spent money heavy just to buy the crowd. Debt on his shoulders, but his voice was loud. Spain gave command, proved he could fight. Came back with ambition, sharper than knives. First trying to array, deal in the dark. Grass is the gold, Pompeii the spark. Vidi, vidi, vici, destiny in motion. Every step forward cause another commotion. Rome watched close as the tension grew. One man rising while the republic shook. Y'all on the map with blood and sand. 8 years can't cover tribe by tribe, land by land. Wrote his wars so the people could see. Turn battles to legend, propaganda free. Pompeii got scared, Senate drew a line. Disband your army or commit a crime. Cross the Rubicon, no turning back. The die was cast, Rome under attack. Civil war, brother on brother. Eagle versus eagle, no love for another. Pharsalus fell, Pompeii ran. Ended in Egypt by another man. Back in Rome wearing victory's weight. Dictated for life, reform the state. Calendar fixed, that's rearranged. Gave land and soldiers power retained. But crowds read fear and fear breeds nerves. Whispers in homes about saving lives. Not a king, but the rumor stayed. Out as a march, the price was paid. Veni, vidi, vici. Conquered the world. Lost to conspiracy. From rising star to the fatal scene. History remembers what might have been. Et tu brute, echo through time. A leader, a general, a political mind. Rome never felt the same after he died. One man's life changed the course of the tide.
Thucydides told us about the big plus gave to Sparta by war. Peloponnesian Thucydides about the gave to Sparta by war. Peloponnesian. It's 431 BC, Athens is all light with Corcyra. A wrist that Sparta can see, Miracle does not back down Hyra. Theos attacks themselves to fight, more than years Sparta shows might. Athens retreats in the city alone, but with the fleet, Sparta's done. Pericles dies, Spartans go stalemate. Athens takes Syria to sealing the fate. After the Liam and Epipolis battles, if 4-1 is just makes peace, too many rattles. Thucydides to Sparta, Peloponnesian.
6 years of peace, it's cool. In 415, Athenians throw the bull. They attack Sicily aggressive, but things go bad, it's oppressive. The fleet itself got it pretty bad, the state became an oligarchy, it's mad. Then came the short life of the fifth Ceasar regime. The navy restored democracy, soon and pristine.
Thucydides to Sparta, Peloponnesian.
In 405 we go to Aegospotami. The Athenian fleet was destroyed like origami. It was Lysander, friend of the Persians, who commanded the fleet. Loved by fame, Athens capitulate the next year. So long for the peace.
before the end is set. Sparta is the ruler, gets wet. The cost was high though, poverty made life tough.
Iron dawn on a blood-red sky. Hear the steps where the eagles fly. She is the goddess of war. If you see her, you better run far. You know she's born with Rome, marry with Mars, perhaps alone. From the blood she rises tall. She is the one who answers call. No tears on a painted face, no fear in the killing pace. When battles burn and heroes fall, they scream her name! Bellona! Bellona! Hear the clash and cry, mother of rage beneath the sky. When the world breaks into flame, every victory speaks her name. She drinks the roar of charging lines, feeds on hate and battle signs. Not for justice, not for right, only for the sacred fight. If you want some battle favor, go to Alatri, litter endeavor. You will find her biggest temple. You'll make the battlefield tremble. No chains can bind her will. No peace can ever still. When steel is drawn and trumpets call, she's already there. Bellona! Bellona! Hear the clash and cry, mother of rakes beneath the sky. When the world breaks into flame, every victory speaks her name. Not a monster, not a saint. She is every line of paint, on shields cracked and bodies torn. She is why the strong are born. Peace is just a fragile lie, waiting for her battle cry. When silence ends and war is sworn, Bellona wakes and gods take form. Bellona, marching through the dead, laurel wreath on crimson head. Never retreat, no turning back, only forward through the black. End and origin, when wars begin, where wars are end. If the world must break in flame, let it burn to her name. So raise your blade or run away. She'll find you either way. For when war calls, she answers first. Bellona, eternal, unreversed.
Nothing makes sense. Europe is tense. Time to tell you all how Europe broke the world. There are many reasons, military pageant and changing seasons. But I'll start from Russo-Turkic War, where Russia wins so far. Borders change in the Berlin Congress. Balkans have independent states. This is the first tension from states. Hungary and Turkey wanted Russia with bread. Nothing makes sense. Europe is tense. Time to tell you all how Europe broke the world. The Triple Alliance is born in 80-82. Germany and Austria then rejoins the duo. French and Russian ollie in 80-94. The intent to torture in less than an hour. Everybody starts building weapons. Bismarck tries to appease a British fleet, but oops, he is dismissed in 1890. The race for ships starts, may God have piety. Nothing makes sense. Europe is tense. Time to tell you all how Europe broke the world. Italy fights Turkey in 1911. Shows that even her can fight. Ottomans even. Situation collapses in 1914. Balkans explode as plans starting a scene on 20th of June. Happens the worst. It's 1914 and Archduke is lost. He was Franz Ferdinand of Austria, heir to the throne. Austria know that a Bosnian is the one. Serbia is suspected to be the host of the killer body as a ghost. Now starts the chain reaction. Russia helps Serbian defend. Germany helps Austrian faction. France helps Russia at hand. Britain should stay neutral, but Belgium gets attacked by Germany. Then the war goes brutal. Nobody can get victory. Nothing makes sense. Europe is tense. Time to tell you all how Europe broke the world.
The war gets dragged through cold season, tiring people and giving fears, freezing time and no reason to fight along and shedding tears. There was silence on Christmas Day. Once there was violence, then cannons went silent, they say. Voices were heard from no man's land. There were no screams, they called for friends. The war gets dragged through cold season, tiring people and giving fears, freezing time and no reason to fight along and shedding tears. We are friends, they say. We are brothers if you may. Tonight we are friends, a moment of peace in a war that never ends. We take time to drink and unite. Christmas is here and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing our holy night. Our guns lay to rest among snowflakes. A Christmas in the trenches, a Christmas on the front, far from home. The war gets dragged through cold season, tiring people and giving fears, freezing time and no reason sadness. Cannons didn't roar. Everybody just faced their fears. For years just hiding the tears. They were fighting for their nations and nobody questioned it. The others now shared their rations. Now who is gonna believe it? The war gets dragged through cold season, tiring people and giving fears, freezing time and no reason to fight along and shedding tears. But morning came with bitter light and orders from above. Return to war, return to aid. Forget this fragile love. And so they turn with heavy souls to where the cannons shine. But something stayed that would not die between the lines. The war gets dragged through cold season, tiring people and giving fears, freezing time and no reason to fight along and shedding tears.
His dad was a merchant tasked by the Khan to meet with the Pope and ask for Christians. Marco is 13 when he meets the man. They get fond of each other with no Pope runs. The Khan cannot wait though, time to set sail now. Marco is 15 but already fit for the new voyage. Who will he meet? Marco Polo, you're brave and bold, your tales of wonder forever told. From Venice shores to China's gate, a journey long, a path so great. Across Armenia's mountain breath, through Persia's dust and bandit death, over Pamir's frozen crown, where thin air tries to drag you down. 3 years east through storm and scar, chasing the court of a rising star. At last the gates of Xanadu, silk and silver bathed in blue. Before the Khan in dragon's light, a western youth in eastern sight. Oh, Marco Polo, brave and bold, your tales of wonder forever told. From Venice shores to China's gate, a journey long, a path so great. Serving the mighty Kublai Khan's command, through Yunan's hills and Burma's sand, he saw the paper made for pay, coal that burned like night and day. Cities grand as dreams could hold, bridges carved in lacquered gold. 17 years in the eastern sun, a foreign courtier, duty done. Oh, Marco Polo, brave and bold, your tales of wonder forever told. From Venice shores to China's gate, a journey long, a path so great. A princess sailed to Persia's shore, the Polo's his hand. War with Genoa's rival band. In prison stone, with time to kill, he shaped his journeys into quill. Oh, tell the world of eastern flame, of cities vast and cans of fame, of silk and spice and desert snow, of wonders only travelers know. From prison walls his story spread, like caravans where camels tread. Oh Marco, far from home, your words became the road we roam. For all who dream of journeys bright.
Leonidas. Leonidas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 60 years of 42, that's the lifespan of the dude. King and defender, Spartan, hero and leader of every man. Born in 540, from family of Heracles the hero, son of Alexandria's a Geod king, married with the second wife, no ring. His name means descendant of the Leon, can be his grandpa, son of a lion. Come on! 60 years of 42, that's the lifespan of the dude. King and defender, Spartan, hero and leader of every man. Had hard times with his brother, Durius did bother. Then Leonidas married Gorgo, the throne would not forego. The role of king came, he thinks the other were not the same. Were I not better than you, I should not be king. That's what he said to his brother, not for the blood, but he proved himself stronger. 60 years of 42, that's the lifespan of the dude. King and defender, Spartan, hero and leader of every man. Then came August 480, Xerxes came mighty. People knew they had to fight, but the oracles asked to respect Zeus' might. With Carnea, Leonidas could not take the army full, but 900 helots and 300 Spartans are full of weapons and anger towards the Persians. They joined the other Greeks with swords, not pens. 60 years of 42, that's the lifespan of the dude. King and defender, Spartan, hero and leader of every man. The attack came on the 5th day, but Persians were weak, nothing to say, even the immortals were held back. Xerxes' brothers were killed. Oh fuck. Ephialtes came on the 7th day of fight. He led the Persians on the rear with his light. His own Helots, Aben and Thespians held the line. A total of 2,300 said Greece should stay mine. The massacre is cruel, it was an unfair duel, but his heroism inspired generations. Persia fought but could not conquer the nation. 60 years of 42, that's the lifespan of the dude. King and defender, Spartan, hero and leader of every man. 60 years of 42, that's the lifespan of the dude. King and defender, Spartan, hero and leader of every man.
In ancient Greece, so long ago, a festival where athletes would go. Olympia's fields, the games began to honor Zeus, the mighty man. And some of the Greeks got there. Some say 40,000 attended. Pancration and chariot racing were here. Some say that in 390
hosted the world's first show with runners, jumpers, row on row. The age of looms and rationality. Records are set and comes equality. War stopped the union of nations. The German wanted big demonstration. Superiority and Aryan madness. It only returned after they stopped playing chess. Oh, the Olympic flame burns bright. Uniting nations, shining light. From Athens start to lands afar. Spirit lives in every star. The war becomes cold, but the torch still glows. From Tokyo's lights to Paris shows. Winter and summer, records break. For gold and glory, sweet at stake. US and Russia struggle for the idea that they are right and the others are flee. Cold War ends in 1993. Real peace that's rare as we can see. Today the rings stand and colors fight for continents where dreams survive. A symbol strong of peace and play. The Olympic way. Oh, the Olympic flame burns bright. Uniting nations, shining light. From Athens start to lands afar. The spirit lives in every star. So cheer the athletes bold and true. The games are here for me and you. The Olympic flame will never fade. In every heart its lights displayed.
In lands where the desert winds do blow, 3 kings rode forth with hearts aflame. For power and glory, golden throne, their banners high, their swords the same. Oh, ride on through dust and sand, 3 crowns would fall on Moroccan land. The sun burned bright, the battle cried, 3 kings would die where fate decided. King Sebastian, so bold and young, dreamed of a cross on African shore. With Portuguese steel and holy tongue, he sought to claim what none had before. Abdul-Malik, the Sultan wise, had fought his kin for throne and right. With Turkish steel and cunning eyes, he stood to face the Christian might. Mohammed too, the exiled king, with promises sweet to Sebastian made. Come help me rise, and I'll bring a kingdom rich, your flag displayed. Oh, ride on through dust and sand, 3 crowns would fall on Moroccan land. The sun burned bright, the battle cried, 3 kings would die where fate decided. The armies clashed on Alcazar's plain. The earth did shake, the heavens wept. The Portuguese fell like summer rain. Their dreams of glory swiftly swept. 3 kings lay still when day was done. Their crowns now lost, their thrones undone. The desert wind sang soft and low of pride and folly long ago. So heed the tale of kings so bold, who sought their fate in war's cruel hold. For power and pride may lead astray, and crowns of gold turn into clay.
Yeah, a man spending money in oil, killing his people, off of power, greedy and ruthless in his own soil. Maybe madness has taken over, hated by everybody, from Baghdad to Nairobi. He was a sore loser, burning his black gold, no use to. Everybody wanted for him to pay for crimes he enjoyed every day. American took the opportunity. It's an axis of evil, they sit in unity. He has anthrax, that's the accusation that started the war against the nation. The Iraqi war was full of new stuff. Nighttime equipment for Iraq was rough. Maybe US had Hitler's there, but the war crimes were true and he had a fair. Desert Storm is the name of the war, given by the US and the men in power. They use new toys, I'll tell you so far. The Hornet from the Kerry, the Abrahams from land. The night vision gives eyes a new brand. The advance inside, there is no match. The T-72 is obsolete and US bombers are stealth. Public opinion has no counter to cash. No objection for more public health. Yeah. Nighttime and stealth bombers, organization and clear orders. Iraq can't stand its superior firepower. They have neither weapon nor cover. Thus ends a reign of terror. Saddam hides in holes and thinks of his errors. The Americans took months of search to found him and put him on trial. After 3 years of research, he was executed despite his denial. Thus is the perfect war. And the man who had in store weapons of mass destruction. At least those were the instructions.